Do you Highrish? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Timmy G's Unboxing Stuff. Highrish stuff? Today we are unboxing the 420 Goody Box Highrish box. Highrish. If you don't know about 420 Goody Box, 420 Goody Box is a monthly subscription of smoking supplies. They have a few different tiers. I used to get the $30 box for a while, and I canceled that, and I've gotten like three of the top shelf boxes. The regular boxes are usually, I think, about $30 or so, and the top shelf box was, I think, $86 after shipping and everything. And I'll tell you, the regular box, the $30, whatever it was, box was very much hit or miss, which is why I ended up canceling that service because there was just too many misses. And some of the boxes were fantastic, and then other boxes were just okay or just sucked ass. I had the November, I believe it was not this past November, but the November before our first Mega Month anniversary, as a matter of fact. And the regular box had this little collapsible portable bubbler, and which was a nice idea in concept. Don't get me wrong. The problem with it was maybe because of the all plastic design. Well, other than the downstem and the bowl piece was metal, but the thing itself was plastic, and it basically was like tubes. You pulled it up, and it just, uh, you know, it wasn't water or airtight. So you couldn't really get a good pull off of it, and you could only put a tiny little bit of water down in the bottom because as soon as it passed the cones coming up, it would just leak all over the place. So that was one of the worst 420 boxes, period, that I'd ever gotten. But the top shelf box that month had a huge silicone bubbler with a removable one of those little glass waterfall perks. It was actually a big one that you just stick in the middle of it, and that piece was fucking fantastic. So if you're gonna subscribe to 420 Goody Box, I know I just rambled on there for probably 5 minutes, but if you're gonna get one of them, I highly would recommend you get the top shelf box. The top shelf box is by far better. And by the way, this Mr. Belvedere piece that we'll talk about in a minute came from the top shelf box too, which was, I believe, this past December. But at any rate, this is neither of those. This was one of those daily deals that I bought just on a whim. I had the money for it, so I figured, why not? This is the Highrish box. I already watched a girl unbox this on YouTube, and it was it was okay. It was looks like it's worth the money. I just don't know how much I would have bought this had I have known what was in it. But we're going to open it up anyway and take a look at it because sometimes things are just better in person. So let's not waste any time. Let's goodie box. Timmy G's unboxing stuff and stuff. He's unboxing stuff and stuff. Please send me some stuff. So now is the time to tell you about Mr. Belvedere here. This, like I said, this was in that top shelf box, the last one that I got, and this was kind of like the end all piece for me. This is a great party piece. It's a huge beaker with an ice pinch, and it'll get you fucked up, man, for real. And so this is probably going to about moita me again. So, Norm! Oh, and see, that's one of the things I love about this piece because, with the ice pinch and everything, it goes through the little diffuser perk down at the bottom of the beaker, and then it comes up through that. Well, I was going to say ice cold ice, but it's ice, so of course it's ice cold. This 14-inch beaker right here, I think it's 14-inch, is just fucking fantastic. Let's do it again, man. I really can't say enough good about this beaker, and there's still a little bit left in there, so let's try to finish it up. Norm, cheers. Cheerio, Norm. So I think I pretty much cast that off. So get that out the side. Alright, now let's open this up. And to be fair, I really didn't even need to do that because I'm like already blazed up, but fuck it. We're gonna do it again, and then I'm gonna try out this pipe in here. So this is a dry piece that's in here. And I do much prefer bubblers, but every once in a while, sometimes a dry piece is nice. So we get this packing paper out of the way, and then we got a box inside of a box. And then you can see the Highrish sticker. It's Highrish, lad. It's Highrish. Or something, man. It's Highrish. I'm going to try to actually cut this off because this is a sticker on here, and I would really like to be able to scan and use this for the video. So this is getting to be like Inception, because this bag is like wraps up another box. And so now we're going to cut open this box right here. And I'm betting that by the time we get into here, Scary Terry's going to pop out. Oh, bitch. And so we get the packing paper out of the way. And, whoop. The piece is going to fall out, and that's what you're going to see. And so I wasted time by cutting that sticker off so carefully, because here's another Highrish sticker right here. Let's take a look at these. Hemp wraps first. We got True Hemp Sticky Gelato. All natural, slow burn. Burn. Mother Earth. Gaia. Let's see, what does it, So these look really, really good. So I've already got one wrapped up for today. So I probably won't have used these by the time I post this video. So I can't really tell you how good they are, but they definitely look good. And here we have got a glass doob tube with a little cone inside. So that is cool. This is one of the better items in this box, honestly, because I use these things all the time, except that all the ones that I have, which I've had a million of, but are plastic. So here we've got a glass one. Here is the cone with the filter kind of pushed way up into it. I don't know. I'm probably not going to use this cone anyway, but it's cool that they include it. It's always nice to get cones. And we have got a pair of weed socks. So this is like my third or fourth pair of these, different color, but I've really taken to wearing these. I really like them. I used to not really be big on socks. I just had my little Walmart socks, and those worked fine. But since I've been getting more and more socks, I figured why not start using them, right? And I like them. You know, I can't really say that they're more comfortable than the ones I was already wearing, but they're cool socks. And we got a smell proof pouch. We got gold. If you can't tell, that's kind of part of the theme this month with all the gold. And so you can pop that open, and this is kind of like these pouches are kind of like a travel thing, when you're just going somewhere for a little bit, maybe you're going to take a little float down the river or something, Just pack up a little bit, take it with you. Puff, puff, give. And we have got a mini grinder. I don't know if I think that girl got something different in her box. I think she had a like a full size grinder, but this is just a little tiny little grinder. But and it's a yeah, well, okay, so no, this is a just a regular 3-piece grinder. But the thing that makes this interesting is it has a little crank on the top. So instead of having to turn the top, you can just take the little crank it up, dude, crank that shit up. And we've got a plain red, not a Bic. This is a tutu. Looks like more like a lighter than a tutu, but it says tutu on it. It's definitely not a Bic, and obviously not a clipper, so I guess it's a tutu. I don't know. It's a lighter though, and there's fire, so yeah. And this is the last thing before the pipe, so we got it wrapped up in a little brown bag, and I believe this is a stash jar. Yes, it is. So here we got a little stash jar with a gold top. You just put your stuff down in here, seal it up. Get you one of those little refreshing packs put down there with it. Keep your stuff all nice and fresh. You know, stash jars are crucial. Uh, you know, as a stoner, man, having a stash jar is almost as important as having the pizza. you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are down to that pipe. And I know we don't need to go get no water because it's a dry pipe. So, whoa! This is not the one that the other girl got. This is actually holy shit. They must be doing these Highrish boxes different from each other because the girl that I watched, she got a Sherlock pipe in hers, and this one is a triple bowl piece. I've never used anything like this. I definitely don't own anything like this. So Jesus Christ, you can pack up 3 separate hits, maybe 3 different strains if you wanted to, and then go back and forth between them. Or you could pack up all 3 bowls if you got like 3 people and pass it around. Just everybody get their own bowl. There's no wrong way to do it, I guess, But that is actually fucking awesome right there, you know? I am actually much more happy with this box than I thought I was gonna be. This is totally different, and I respect the shit out of this right here. Okay, so what I did is I didn't want to like actually sit here and pack up 3 bowls, but we're gonna take. I put a little bit in each little piece, so we might be here for a couple minutes hitting this thing. So we'll just light it with the one that they sent us. Yeah. Much better. Much better. And bowl pack number 2. Whoa. Oh man. And it's cool you get like 3 fresh hits right after each other. It's far out, man. Hey, how's it going? That one on the end hit you the fastest because that's the one on the end, you know? Shortest distance to travel and shit. Oh. Oh, that's rabara. There's a tiny little bit left, man. You gotta finish that, man. You don't get off till it's gone. Wait, is that how it goes, man? So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good thing the whole world's on quarantine right now because I'm probably not going to be able to do nothing for the next couple days. But needless to say, I am way more happy with this box than I thought I was going to be. A lot of the items that Homegirl got, I got. The only things I can say for sure that were really different is the glass piece and the grinder. And I'm not upset about either one of those at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Sherlock pipe, it looked cool, but, I've already got a couple Sherlock pipes, and it's just, not something that would have caught my eye enough for me to have bought in a store. That being said, this fucking thing right here, man, if I had seen this, I probably would have snatched it up because this is just cool as fuck right there. And this grinder, I've already got a really good grinder. The one I got one of those non-stick grinders, so that's pretty much what I always use. But I like the design of this little mini grinder right here. And this would be something good for travel. The thing that I don't like about it is that it's a 3-piece instead of a 4, which basically just means that the screen and the bottom part of the grinder itself are one. And so what happens is I know it, it's really just the tiniest of pieces, but you do lose material because it gets, kind of stuck between the bottom of the metal there and the little screen. But, I know that's a minor gripe, but I'm just OCD when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's not even my biggest gripe about regular grinders and why I bought the more expensive grinder anyway, because you lose way more material to the static to the grinders, themselves, because if you've used grinders, you know what I'm talking about, that material starts to get stuck to the side of the grinder and it makes it dirtier, which makes it collect more of your material. As time goes by, you can scrape it and collect it and use that as keef. But to me, that's just annoying. That's why I love the non-stick grinder. Who doesn't need stash jars, especially if you're traveling? And smell-proof pouches are always great. I love my wraps. I'm definitely interested to try out this Dude Tube to see if, this works better than the straight-up plastic ones that I normally use. And it's good to get more socks too. So the only two things we got left for this month, I think, is the two boxes from Don't Eat the Gum. We got the $50 Easter box, and we got our normal $100 box. So I'm definitely looking forward to those. To be honest, Don't Eat the Gum is, in my opinion, the highlight of this channel every month, because the Don't Eat the Gum is always fantastic. Kevin always knocks it out of the park. Shit is great, man, for real. So thank you all once again for tuning in. If you like this, comment, subscribe, and we'll triple pack that stacker in the next one. Till the next one. All through the next one, man. Timmy G's unboxing stuff and stuff. He's unboxing stuff and stuff. Please send me some stuff. Do you Highrish boy? Do you Highrish lad? Highrish on the countryside. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I don't know if I'm doing a Slovenian or an Irish or a Jewish accent there. Somewhere. Oh, we broke out Mr. Belvedere. Technically, it's pronounced Mr. Patrick's Day. I don't know who the hell St. Patty is. I mean, now. My great grandparents came from the Isle of Man. Let's not forget the real meaning of St. Patrick's Day: murdering Protestants. I think I need to start doing this video before my ice cubes melt. Sup, Ice Cube? Was it a good day? Did you have to use your AK? So Norm walks into a bar, and the bar is like, Norm! I'm sure some of you are going to be way too young to get that, but you better get away from my pot of gold, eh? That's a Canadian leprechaun. It's not nice to steal from a leprechaun, because he will straight up moiter you. Moiter! Cut! Cut? This was like, kind of like the Aw, bitch. It's weed sacks. That rocks. Jack. Puff, puff, pass. Don't fall in the water. Crank up the weed, man. Okay, so what I've done, dollar store wine. We'll go ahead and drop the one that they sent us on the floor. And hey, cool. Babadook, Babadook. Dude, you put too much in there, man. You're fucking done, man. So whoa. I guess you'd call it staticization or staticization, statication, or I'm sure you've cut. I'm in super slow motion, dude. So thank you. Wait.